and welcome to the Temple of Consciousness. I'm Ava. Today, we're in my little studio, and I wanted to demonstrate to you the Cobra. I just showed you some video and a beautiful portrait of the Cobra, because in yoga, sometimes the poses are named after particular animals whose features the pose resembles. And in this case, in this instance, there's an absolute correlation between the animal and the look of the pose. What is most difficult about this pose is that it demands lower back flexibility, because we are literally turning the body from the pelvic area, from the pubic pelvic area, horizontal. So it demands an extreme curve to occur at the very base of the spine, which is difficult even for those who have practiced yoga a long time. So the best thing to do is to move into it through levels, beginning to more advanced. So that's what I want to do today, is just show you how I feel that it's best to approach the pose. Now, when the pose is done properly, it is worthwhile, because it is almost like the cobra when it's about to strike. It's a very powerful pose for the entire body, giving you great strength and almost like a rejuvenation of the spine and the hip area. So it's worthwhile. So we begin. The first level, well, we do them all supine on our belly, just like this. We turn over. Careful. We lay down on the chest and we get comfortable. We walk the legs down. We pull the thighs down from the hip, and we bring the legs in to the center so they're side by side. And then we make sure that we're comfortable on the belly, pulling through the lower back. We pull the rib cage forward and we lay it down. Then we pull the elbows back, shoulders down, hands underneath the shoulders. We gently lay the forehead down. And we rest for a moment. Inhaling, we tilt the head forward. Pressing into the hands, you gently curve up the spine, pulling the spine up with the crown of the head. And you tighten the legs, pressing them in, tighten the buttocks. We press into the hands and we hold for about 20 seconds. We breathe through the nose. Hold tight. Feel it. Deep breath. Slowly, we bring the belly down, lower ribs, middle ribs. We bring the elbows up. We slide the hands underneath the forehead. Press the elbows up. Turn the heels out. Bring your head down. And then pull the rib cage up slightly as you let go. Sigh through the mouth. Let go through the mouth. Release the tension between the shoulder blades. Open up the hips. Open up the legs. And then we rest. There are 3 sets of these. It's best to rest for a little longer than you held it, just to make sure that you're not carrying tension. We perform this 3 times. We rest in between. We begin. We tilt the head forward. Pardon me. And we bring the legs in. We, pardon me. We walk the legs down. And we press into the belly. We look up. We bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Elbows pull down. Shoulders pull down. Press into the legs. Forehead down. We sigh, we let go of the body first, and then we tighten the buttocks, we press into the legs, we inhale, we lift the head, pressing down into the hands, we curve the spine up, the lower ribs remain on the ground, we hold and breathe. Stay tight, tighten the buttocks, press into the legs, push into the arms, face forward, breathe through the nose. We bring it down. We put the head down. And we open up the back. We open up the shoulders, we open up, we melt down into the ground. We let go. We sigh. And then we breathe through the nose. We let go. We're ready. You tilt the head forward, you turn the legs down, you walk them down. You bring your hands underneath the shoulders and you turn the head down. Press into the legs, forehead down. Inhale, we lift up. Lift the shoulders, press into the hands, curve the spine back until the lower ribs are on the ground. We hold and breathe. A deep breath. Exhale, we release. Heels out, elbows up, hands underneath the forehead. Pull the rib cage forward and then bow down and let go. Letting go of the back, shoulders, hips, legs. We curl or turn the legs out and we sigh. Catch your breath. Breathe slow and deep. We begin. We tilt the head up. We bring the hands underneath the shoulders, pulling the shoulders down. We walk the legs into each other. We bring the forehead down. We inhale, we lift. And we hold. Hold tight, taut, strong. Feel it. Hold and breathe. Deep breath. Exhale, down. We pull the rib cage forward. We open up the legs, open up. We pull the shoulders up. We pull the elbows up. We bow the head down. And we sigh. We let go. Stay open. Now we're ready for level 2. We again bring the legs in. We pull the hips down, pulling the legs down, pulling the hips down. We elongate the lower back. And press down into the belly, pressing into the legs. We then bring the hands just outside of the rib cage. We turn the hands at the wrists. We bring the chin down. We get comfortable. We sigh. We inhale. We turn the head down. Exhale. We put the forehead down, pressing down into the hands. We inhale. We tilt the head up. We press into the hands. We lift up. We press back. We hold, pulling the elbows in, pressing into the hands. We hold, the lower belly still on the ground. Hold and breathe. Stay tight. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. Deep breath. Exhale. We gently come down on the belly, on the chest. We open the heels. We bring the arms down by our side. We pull down, chin down. We open up. We sigh. And we let go. Open your body out as if you're blooming like a flower. Open up. We rest. Rest. Open the body. Just be still. We rest. We're ready. We bring the legs in. We pull the rib cage up. We pull the hands up outside of the rib cage. We look down. We bring the forehead down. We tighten through the legs, pulling down through the toes, pressing into the arms. We lift the head. We press into the hands. We curve up. We bring the elbows in. Lower belly still on the ground. We hold and breathe. Deep breath. Exhale. We curl down from the base of the spine, opening up the vertebra. We tilt the heels out. We bring the arms down, chin down. We collapse. We let go. We open up. And we sigh. Let go of your back. Open up your hips. Open up the legs. We rest. Rest quietly. And we're ready. We bring the legs together. We press into the legs. We point the toes to the back and pull the energy out through the toes. We lift the chest up. We bring the hands forward, right parallel to the rib cage. The elbows come in. We look down. Inhaling, we tilt up. Press into the hands. Curl back. Push and bring the elbows in. We hold and breathe. Deep breath. Exhale, right back down. We bring the hands forward this time. We press the elbows up, heels out. We pull the rib cage forward and we bow down and we collapse. We open up and let go. We sigh. And now we're ready for the third level. So what we do is we separate the legs this time and keep them directly underneath the hip points where the bone meets the hip. So we pull down the legs, pulling the hips down away from the rib cage. We pull down. Several times you can rest your chin on the ground. Your arms and your shoulders are relaxed. We pull back. We pull. We prepare. We prepare. Now, we press down into the belly. We bring the hands down to the outside of the waist area with the heels of the hands closer to the top of the hips. We bring the elbows in. We get comfortable. Now, we inhale, we press into the belly, we lift up. Lift the shoulders, lift the rib cage, press into the hands, push down, and lift the weight of the body straight up. We correct our knees. Let me reposition myself so I can show you. We correct the knees and we walk the knees back and we pull the hips forward. We press the hips down just a bit. We bring the elbows in. We pull the hips down and then we press down into the arms. We splay the fingers and we press down. We press the hips down and we push into the arms. We tighten the buttocks, but not so that it's too hard. Keep the buttocks tight, but not hard. And then move the knees up and down. Keep the strength and energy in the arms. We puff out the chest like the hood of the Cobra. We pull it out. And we press into the hands. And we bring the hips a little closer down. Bring the pubic bone just a little closer to the ground. We hold here and breathe. Stage 1. We press into the arms. We press and we tighten the buttocks just a bit. We hold and breathe. We look up and we press back. We hold and breathe. And then we walk the legs back and bring the pubic bone a little closer to the ground. We look up. Inhale, we lift up. We press the hips back. We push into the arms. We release this very carefully. We press down into the elbows and we tilt the hips up. We point the thumbs in, we bring the fingers together, and we curve the spine back. We hold and breathe. And then we lower the head, pressing into the arms. We curve the spine up. We release it. We curve it up. We lift up. After you do the level 1 of this Cobra pose, you need to release your spine. So you curve it in the opposite direction. You turn the heels out, toes in, press down into the feet, and curve up. Drop the head. We sigh. We curve. We lift. We pull up. We lower the hips, we curve the spine up, we pull forward, we bring the body down. We lay down. And now to the third level of the Cobra, which contains levels within this level. So there's level 1A, 2A, 3A, so on. So let me show you how we could progress into it very gently and gradually. We extend the body out and lay down on the belly as usual. We pull the rib cage up. We walk the legs down. The legs are directly coming out from the hip sockets. We pull the shoulders down. We open up and we sort of shimmy the hips back and forth. We sort of prepare them. We rock the hips back and forth to open up the lower back. We sigh. We pull the arms down. And we roll the hips from side to side. This opens up the lower back, opens up the hips. We then pull the hands up to the waist area. We tighten the kneecaps. We press down into the arms, pressing into the hands, elbows in. We're on our belly. We pull the chest up away from the hips. We look down. And we inhale. We're going to lift the entire weight of the body up through the arms. We lift the shoulders, pressing into the hands. We pull the weight of the body up. Now we feel our knees. Open up the fingers. Move the knees a little. We pull the hips forward. We press into the arms. And we sigh. We release the tension at the lower back. We walk the knees back. We press the hips down. We tighten the buttocks. We push into the arms. We sigh. We sigh. We tighten the kneecaps, lifting them up. We tighten the thighs. We tighten the buttocks. We press into the arms. We push the pubic bone down, and we face forward. Stage 1. Hold and breathe. Breathe through the nose. Curl the toes up. We press the hips down. We widen the chest out, sideways. We puff it out like the hood of the Cobra, ready to strike. We look out. We hold and breathe. We hold and breathe. We gently bring the pubic bone down, the hips down, belly, chest. We pull the arms down, chin down. We sigh. And we collapse the body open. From the center, we roll it out. Heels out, toes in. Bend the elbows slightly. Open up the shoulders and the shoulder blades. We rest in place. We open up. We rest. We need to rest for about as long as we've held the pose, sometimes longer, to release any residual tension that may have been created by the pose. We open up and release it. Releasing is as vital as the holding of the pose. We let go. We turn the tops of the feet down. We pull the thighs down, pulling the hips away from the rib cage. We pull down. We elongate. We roll the hips from side to side, preparing them. We roll from side to side, preparing the hips and the lower back. We roll. Pressing down into the belly, we then pull the hands up to about waist level, elbows in, shoulders pull back. We're going to lift up, press into the hands. We lift up, we curve back. This time, we leave the pubic bone down. We walk the legs back. We leave the pubic bone down. We press into the arms. We press them down. We leave the pubic bone on the ground. Adjust. We press down. We hold and breathe. Tighten the buttocks. Adjust. And press. We press. We hold and breathe. We puff the chest out sideways. We tighten the knees. Then we look out. We hold and breathe. We hold and breathe. Deep breath. We face forward. We bring the pubic bone down. We bring the belly down. Chest. We bring the hands up, laying them underneath the forehead, one hand over the other, elbows up, heels out. We bring the head down. We pull the chest forward, and then we collapse. We let go. We sigh several times. We open up the back. Open up the hips. We press out. Pulling out, opening up the back. We sigh. We prepare. Now, we walk the legs in. We press into the legs. We tilt the chin forward. We pull the elbows back. We lay the hands down parallel to the waist area. The elbows come up. The legs are together. We inhale. We press up. We press away from the ground. We push up. And we straighten the arms. We press the legs into each other. We bring the pubic bone down. We straighten the arms. We press down. We tighten the buttocks. We sigh. We open the chest. And we look up. We hold and breathe. Curl the toes up. Bring the pubic bone down. Press into the arms. Curve back. Hold and breathe. Hold and breathe. Inhale, lift the hips. Press into the arms. We look down. We press back the hips. We push into the arms. We press back the hips. We push into the arms. We pull forward and we press back. We're going to open up the shoulders and the hips very, very easily. We press back and we reach forward. We press back and we reach through the crown of the head forward. We press back and we reach forward. And we gently pull back. Leave the arms in front of you. Pull them forward. Pull the hips back. Pull the arms forward. Pull the hips back. Pull the arms forward. Sit down. Pull forward. Chin forward. We stretch out. We hold and breathe. We pull. We stretch. We stretch. We stretch. The head bows down. Between the arms, you pull. You stretch. You stretch out. Then you relax the elbows, you put them down, you lift up, you sit down, and you say, good job. I've done the Cobra. And so try to do sets of 3 of each level, but progress very carefully, very slowly from one level to the other. And once you've reached the 3rd level, just hold it for about 20 seconds or so. Release it very carefully and do counter poses. That is, stretch the spine in the opposite direction. And you'll find this pose to be one of the most therapeutic for your back, lower back, hips, shoulders. So thank you. See you in the next pose.